you ever have a dog? Do you ever have this like brilliant idea as like a human just at any time in life where you're like, you know what? I need a dog. I want an animal. I want a pet. And I need to have a dog in my life. Do you ever think that? Because I thought that once. And now I have a dog. It's not a thing I planned through. Kind of like kids. I didn't really plan them. They just kind of happened. You know what I'm saying? Like you think, oh, that'd be cool to have. It'd be a nice, fun, furry pet. You know, they could fucking cuddle me, sit on my lap, just be a general joy to have around the house. But you don't think about all the gross. You don't think about the times that as a puppy, or even sometimes a full-grown dog, they just shit. They just walk to a part of the house by this. You haven't let them out. You're not really paying attention to them, or like they go outside and they bark, so you don't want to let the damn thing out, and then like you don't let it out, so it goes to the door and it just shits in front of the door. You ever had that? You ever thought, oh, I want to have a dog? Do you think about that part of it? Do you think about the part where the dog shits in the house? Because I didn't. I thought, oh, I'm gonna have a nice, happy, just like furry little friend. He or she is going to be my best little buddy, and they're going to do everything I want them to do. So if I say go sit on the couch, it's going to go sit on the couch. It's going to go lie down on the couch and stay on the couch. Nope. No, they don't. They're like kids. You know what they do? They get off the couch and they go looking for snacks, and they chase after shiny objects, and they throw things and they drop things. Dude, I've been trying to do a podcast for like, I don't know, 45 minutes now. This dog sleeps all day. Nothing. Not a move. Doesn't walk 2 feet. Lays on the couch. Maybe moves from one end of the couch to the other end of the couch. As soon as I come down here, go to do a podcast, clup, 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 fucking dog feet all across the floor. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. Dog feet. Didn't think about that when I got a dog. Nope. You know what I thought when I got a dog? Or when I was going to get a dog? Or when I was thinking about getting a dog? You know what I did? You know what I thought? I thought, oh, a furry little best buddy. I know I said that. But that's what I thought. You ever have a dog? You going to get a dog? You thinking about getting a dog? A pet of any kind? But a dog? And let's say you like friendly, happy, like family-friendly dogs, right? But you also like muscly dogs. Aesthetically large dogs. And you think, oh, this dog is so cute as a puppy and it fits in my lap. It doesn't fit in your lap forever, man. That thing, within 2 years, a year and a half, will be bigger than you. I have an American bully. My dog is a great dog, but she sleeps all day and she goes banana pants all night. Okay? So as soon as I go to a podcast, you know what my dog does? My dog decides, hey, time for me to run around back and forth. And then, you know what else happens? The neighbors have dogs. You know, because everybody thinks at some point, oh, I want to have a dog. I need a dog. And now everybody in the fucking neighborhood is walking around with these yappy little motherfuckers. Fur covered, some days like today when it's raining, wet fur covered motherfuckers. Now, you know what? They yap as they walk. They're walking, they see another dog, they bark, right? Well, guess what that does? Sets off your dog because, yeah, that's right. You didn't know this? Oh, but dogs can hear everything. Like, literally everything. Dogs can hear everything. I could be at the top of the house, in my room. She could be down in the basement, by the garage, which is at the front of the house. My room's at the back of the house. Top of the house, front of the house. Bottom of the house. Top back, bottom front. That's how far apart we are. It's a 1,700 square foot house. I go, Callie, this dog thinks, that's what happens. So then I decide I'm going to do a podcast, right? And then I come downstairs and I start doing a podcast. And then you know what happens? Like I was saying, other people have these little yappy motherfuckers too, right? All these other people in the neighborhood are like, I want a dog. And some of them have tiny little cuddly dogs. Some of them have big lumbering dogs. Some of them have dogs like I have, which are basically little meat missiles when they come flying at you. Okay? That's what I have. That's what I thought when I got a dog. When I was like, hey, I want to have a dog. You know what happened? I thought, let me get the muscliest, fattest headest dog I can. I want that thing's head to be the size of a porthole in a boat. It's gotta be massive. Okay? That's what I thought. You know what happens with that head? It's like a fucking club, a fur club. It's happy to see you, right? But then you have this giant head with like a Schwarzenegger torso come flying at you. Full speed. I came home from Cuba. You know what happened? Dog hadn't seen me in seven days. 8 days maybe. 7 days. 7 days. I go downstairs. Obviously I'm tan and bronzed, feeling good about myself. And I'm like, hey, Callie. Nothing. She doesn't recognize me. Doesn't really move. She's in her crate because it's the morning time. I go, hey, Callie. You know what happens? Still doesn't move. She perks her head a little bit. She's like, huh? What's this? Who's that? Somebody say my name. And then I got closer, and then I got to the gate, and I opened the gate. And that's when this little tiny slab of beef, who's not tiny, 84 pounds, okay? This thing she's beefy, dude. And when she stands up, if she stands, I'm 5'11". If she stands up, her feet come up to her face is at my chest. She's a tall dog. She's like the size of my youngest daughter. Okay? But ripped. Like some kind of CrossFit person that's just got to do a bajillion pull-ups and come screaming in your face about how amazingly ripped they are. She comes flying at you, knocks you over, right? That's the kind of dog I got. I thought this dog would be great. She'll be loyal because she's very loyal. She's very protective. She's a good dog. She's a good family dog. She's not cuddly. It's more like trying to cuddle the ultimate warrior on an entrance to the ring. You know what I mean? You try to, you're getting thrown. This thing will buck you. Okay? So I thought, yeah, I want a dog. I'm going to get a dog. Got the Schwarzenegger dogs. Now I go to do a podcast, and this dog keeps fucking yapping. Why does the dog yap? Because other people in the neighborhood also decided, hey, I want a dog. And then they got all these different size dogs. So you get little yappy dogs. You get big, loud, lumbery, barky bark dogs. Deep, 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 right? That's what you get. That's what you get when you think, I want to have a dog. And then you try to do stuff. And you have to do stuff with this dog. Don't get me wrong. I take her for walks. I play with her. She's got a bone. We play pull. She doesn't really pull so much as kill it, as if she caught a fresh rabbit, you know? We have good times. I try to wear her out. She takes a lot of energy. She's an 84-pound American bully. She's thick, okay? So I do my best to give her the exercise she needs in all different formats. Even when I give her treats, I make her do burpees. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking this dog's worn out. So I figure, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come downstairs, and I'm going to do a podcast. Start doing a podcast. One of those little yappy dogs runs by the house. My dog goes, hey, my house. And then runs to the front door full steam. Thump, 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 across the fucking floor, right? Gets to the front door, and it's just a bunch of... That's what happens. Now I've barked. So she's going to start barking again at some point, and you might hear it. I'm not cutting it this time. But this is what happens when you think, I want to have a dog. Try to do some shit, and that little yappy motherfucker gets right in your way. Tries to ruin your day. But I love my dog. I like to take my dog... I used to take my dog to work. And then they were like, you can't have your dog at work, which made no sense because realistically, where I was working at the time would have benefited from a Schwarzenegger fat-headed dog. Because guard dog, you know what I'm saying? Would have been good. Would have been probably a really good idea. But anyway, I couldn't take her to work anymore, so now we're just home chilling. And then she sits on the couch all fucking day, and she just sleeps until 7 p.m. And then 7 p.m. hits, and all of a sudden the carnival came to town. It's like this motherfucker heard the ice cream truck and is deciding to run through the house trying to get the ice cream. So I thought to myself, I want a fucking dog. And this is what you get. You get a fourth child, in my case. I have 3, so now the dog makes 4. Because, they're all the same. They're all the same, dude. The kids lay on the couch all day long, and then all of a sudden they get a random burst of energy that sends shockwaves through the house. Right? Well, that's what I thought. I thought, this dog can't be any worse than the kids that I've got. Not that my kids are bad. I'm just saying that this is what happens. You don't have peace. There's no more peace. When you have kids and a dog, no more peace. I have a cat, too. You know what my cat started to do? Because I don't know why. Can't figure it out. But she's all of a sudden started trying to piss in the house. Now, granted, I've caught her, so like we put a stop to that shit. But at the same time, you got to think to yourself, why am I doing this? Like, I grew up to be able to be my own person and do my own thing and not answer to anyone. Now, you're preventing animals from pissing and shitting in your house and kids from pissing and shitting in your house. No minute of peace, dude. Things that are important to parents, out the window. So I thought after I had the kids, I thought, you know what I need? I need a dog. So I got a dog. Ooh, that's not good. So I got a dog. Whoa there, fiery. My lighter just started. Have you ever had that? A lighter just starts going off out of nowhere? Stop. All right, that's like, I feel like it's going to blow up on me. Anyway, where was I? So I got a dog. So I thought to myself, I need to have a dog. I went out and I got a dog. This dog was super cute. I should have known when I was bringing her home, though, because she puked all over the back of the car. I should have been like, you're going to shit in my house. And just been like, fuck, what do I do about this? And you don't, I personally, with a dog that big, you don't want the dog to shit in the house. So you don't even want to go out. You can get like pee pads and like bathroom mats for dogs that you could put by like in a place in the house where they just go and piss there. Or shit, I think. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't want to do that in the house. Because then the dog's in the house piss. Like, it's just open. It's not like litter, where at least the cat buries it. Like, the dog just like, hey, look what I did over here. I made a pool and a raft. Like, then you got to stop your podcast, run upstairs, and clean up piss and shit. Then, oh, and you don't think about this for sure. I know you don't think about this. Sure, you could take him to a groomer, but a groomer's like a couple $100. You got a couple $100 every couple weeks? I don't. So you have to bath your dog and shave their nails. You know what their nails smell like when you shave them? At least my dog's nails. They smell like dirt with dead people mashed in it. You know what they smell like when they're dirty? Doritos. My girlfriend says that all the time. She's like, your dog smells like Doritos, but like not good, tasty Doritos. Not the Doritos you think, hey, I want to put these Doritos in my mouth. You know, like you smoked a joint and you're like, oh, I need satisfaction. Mouth flavor and full belly, right? No, not that kind. It's the Dorito where it's been like out on the counter for a day or two. It's got a little bit of stale guacamole on there with a little half melted cheese. A little old salsa, you know, and that's what's sitting in front of you. And then you have to wash it. Then you have to wash that smell off. Now, I was stupid because I put my dog in a tub at first, and like she didn't like the tub. She was terrified of the tub. I don't know why she was terrified of the tub, because like she seemed to be okay with the bath part. She just didn't like getting in the tub. So then I thought, I have a walk-in shower, and I'm an idiot. I've been putting her in this tub, freaking her out this whole time, and I could have just been walking her into my shower, which is large enough for like, I could have an orgy in there. I'm not gonna lie. you into a massive sprawling estate of water, and I can just shower her there. So I started doing that. Guess who's a happier shower dog now? She is. Guess who stinks and clogs up my drain, even though she's a short-haired dog, and the whole reason I got her was so she wouldn't shed and be like a fucking fluffed-out dog hockey player. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So I thought to myself, I want to get a dog. Then I got a dog. Didn't think about any of those things when I was buying this dog. I thought this thing's going to be a nice, fluffy, obedient, beautiful addition to our family that'll just cuddle us and play and be gentle and not try to rip my fingers and toes off. Not my dog. My dog's version of playing, she comes up to you. If she wants to play, first she tries to get your attention by coming like nose to you to be like, hey, bro, playtime, right? She does that like 3-4 times. If you don't acknowledge that, then she comes up to you and she She doesn't bite you hard, but she takes you by your wrist with her mouth. And again, American Bully, like cousin to the pit bull, okay? She's not breaking skin or trying to hurt you, but she gives you a good little tug to be like, hey, over here, dummy, my bone's over here. I want to play. I have energy. You don't think about that shit when you get a dog. You just think, oh, I'll cuddle this little bastard and he'll love me till I die. Or he dies. Or she dies. But yeah. Had to get a dog. Tried to do a podcast. You know what happened? Dog flipped out. Started running across the floor. Where's my snacks? Where's my toys? Clip, 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 clip. There's a dog outside. Woof. What is that? Is there a party going on that I'm not aware of? Runs to the door. Starts barking. Let me out. My dad won't let me come to the party. I don't know what to do, man. Had to get a fucking dog. Had to get a dog. Had to try and do a podcast. But people wonder why I smoke weed sometimes. I got 3 kids and a fucking dog. And a cat that, quite frankly, I'm pretty sure if she was a human, she'd have stabbed me in my neck by now. You know? I got a dog that's like... She's like the dumb meathead of the group, you know? Just ripped to shit, but can't add 2 and 2 to save his life. She's that guy. Or girl. Doesn't matter. But, like, just knows, like, football. I like football, you know? Like, I like balls and bones. Bones and balls. Had to get a fucking dog, they said. Dog will be your best friend. Now, granted, she loves me, and I love her. But you would think, like, hey, you know what? We're going to be best friends. We're going to have a mutual respect. We're going to have a mutual understanding because we're going to be dog pals, and you're going to read my mind, and I'm going to understand everything you bark at me. And then one day, you're teaching your dog, she's learning, she's like, yep, I can sit. Yes, I can lie down. I don't want to roll over. I can do it, but I'm not doing it. I can dance, and I can walk in a circle for you. That's what I'll do for you. Okay? That's what my dog does. So then you're thinking like, great, my dog understands me. And then you start speaking full English sentences to them. Or whatever language you speak. Full plain word sentences. Not just like stop, hit, sit, heel, down, up, whatever your commands are. And the dog tilts its head for the first time and you're like, you fucking get me. And then the dog's like, I get you, bro. And then they listen. But then they start to see that the kids around them don't always listen to everything that you tell them. And the dog starts going, hold on a second here, man. They don't do everything you say. Why am I sitting when you say sit? You know what I'm saying? And then that dog becomes a 4th child that's just like, fuck you, man. I'm a dog. I have rights. Had to get a dog. So, you smoke a little weed. You figure, you know what? At least this way I could deal with the dog being ridiculous because I'm high and I just want to have fun too. I'm not focusing on anything other than trying to have a laugh and maybe get some exercise. You know what I'm saying? Dude, had to get a fucking dog. Hope you enjoyed the sesh. So today we smoked, because I didn't mention it, we smoked Cake and Caviar's Blueberry Yum Yum. You know what? That Ludacris song, Blueberry Yum Yum, is probably one of my favorite songs ever. It's definitely one of my favorite ones to smoke too. This one's a hybrid, little indica leaning. It's a nice buzz. It's very calming. I like it. I enjoy it. I feel like it suits my personality well. I feel like it helps me calm down from dealing with dogs and children. As a single dad, that's all I fucking do. Deal with dogs, pissing and pooping and peeing on the floor, and then 3 little children that keep asking for everything and ever more. Fuck, dude. Life is a wild ride, is what I'm saying. So this Blueberry Yum Yum is it's a nice relaxing high. It's nice. It's tasty. It's got a little bit of like a blueberry flavor. If you have any stresses about anything, kind of washes it away out your fingertips. It's kind of like yoga for your lungs. It's really good if you just want to sit back, relax, and chill the fuck out. For sure. That's why I like it. Because my dog, like I said, is a giant meat missile. And she likes to attack and have fun. She's not even 2 yet. She'll be 2 in September. But had to get a fucking dog, dude. So you had to smoke some weed. Can't let your dog get the weed, though. Don't let your dog get the weed, okay? Because it's not good for dogs. It's like chocolate. It could, like, people put videos up online of them, like, letting their dog do their thing. Don't do that. I'm not a doctor or a vet or anything like that, but that's so mean. Your dog has, like, double the cannabinoid receptors that you do. Don't get your dog stoned. It's way more intense. It's like when I got back from Cuba, which was a couple weeks ago, and I'll tell you in another podcast about that. But I hadn't smoked in like 10 days before going to Cuba, and you don't want to take it to Cuba because it's kind of frowned upon down there. So you can't take it, you can't take vapes or any of that stuff. So I had a couple cigars, because you're in Cuba, you got to have a couple cigars. But I didn't take weed or anything like that down there, because that would have just been stupid, I think. And then coming back from that, I smoked a bong. Yeah, 10 days in, and dude, I got so high. I took 2 hits, and I was in the garage staring out at nothing for like, oh my God, probably 3 hours. Just gone with the wind. I don't know where I was going with that. I think it had something to do with a dog. And how dogs make you smoke strong weed. Oh, don't give it to your dog. So I was spaced out like that. That's what I was saying. Ha, I'm back. You don't want to give weed to your dog, because if you give weed to your dog, that's what it feels like. It's like a green out every time. Don't do that to your dog. If you've never greened out, let me tell you this. You don't want to, okay? So be thankful that you haven't, because there will be a day where if you're heavy into smoking weed, you're going to have too much. And the next thing you know, you're going to be on a chair, drooling, hearing everything everybody says without being able to respond. Oh, that'll be you. Again, I don't know why I said that. There's got to be a reason, though. So blueberry yum yum. I give it a yum yum. It's really good. So I hope if you have a dog, you enjoy your dog. But also, I don't know if you can relate to all those things that my dog does when I want to do other stuff. Like, I love my dog, but my dog also spends a lot of time sleeping. And then in those times, the kids are awake. Like, it's a total opposite flip, you know? So I said to myself, I want a dog. So I'm really glad that I'm reintroduced to smoking weed after a little bit of a tea break with blueberry yum yum, because it was the right thing I needed, with that thing running up and down the stairs barking like crazy, distracting me. See, and now I was up here at the beginning of the episode. If you're not watching this, my hand is above my head. I'm probably like 5.5 feet off the ground because I'm sitting on a chair. But like, you know, I don't know how tall. I don't know the ratio of how tall that was. I don't know how tall I am off the ground, but my hand is over my head, as if I've had it up to here. Oh my God. See, as you can tell, I haven't smoked in a while. But yeah, blueberry yum yum, good stuff. Get it if you can. I don't know if they do it anymore, but whatever. If you can get your hands on it, get it. If you have a dog, do you relate to what I'm telling you or what I'm saying? Like, does everybody have these problems, or is other people's dogs, do they listen? Because when I talk to trainers about my dog, most of them were like, oh, yeah, maybe. She does a pretty good job of listening, but she's very vocal when she wants to be and when she hears other dogs. So they told me I had to get a dog, and I got a dog. I wanted a dog. And there I was with a dog and a joint. All right. That's enough. Those are my thoughts off the stem for this week. Hope you enjoyed the sesh. I hope you come back next week. Join me, Justin Barone, your friendly neighborhood pothead, on Thoughts Off the Stem on Spotify, YouTube, where else? I have the Apple Podcasts, iTunes, wherever you get a podcast. It's out there. I'm high. I hope you're high. Until next time, keep your lids low, baby.